hope everybody is fabulous. So, in today's fabulous tutorial, we are going to be making some rosette embellishments because I do need to make a lot of rosette embellishments because I've been running really low. And we need to make some because I am going to be doing some little treat boxes and some little gift bags and stuff like that for my family members. Please ignore that little kitty cat. I already told you guys he's pretty vocal, so he's trying to throw in his 5 cents. I don't know if you could hear him, but he's meowing over there. Anywho, so we're going to go ahead and work on that. We're going to try to make a few embellishment videos for Halloween stuff because, like I said, I have been running really low on those things, so I definitely need some more stuff like that. So I don't want to waste any more of your time, guys, because I know you guys want to get down and dirty, boo-boo. So let's get down and dirty and make these little rosettes, and I will see you in a bit. Alrighty then, my little crafty monsters, let's get down and dirty and make these little bad boys right here. So these are the items that we are going to be using. So these are 2 papers from a DSP paper pack from last year that I had. And those stamp sets, well, those I just purchased them about 2 days ago at Michael's on sale for 20% off. Just in case you guys didn't know. So right here we're going to go ahead and cut 2 strips per rosette. And we're going to cut them down to 1.5 inches by 12. So cut 2 strips per rosette, whatever design DSP paper that you guys want to go ahead and use. And so I'm just going to use these 2 papers. I really like this black paper with this other spectacles of colors that it has. Not really 100% sure what color it is, but I do know that it has little specks of some lighter color. So now we need our little scoring tool, our scoreboard, and we're going to go ahead and score all of these strips down to 1/2 inch each way down. So we'll go 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4. You guys get the gist. So we're going to go ahead and do that to every single one of these little strips right here. For some reason on this part, like, I went ahead and I scored 4 of these strips. And then I went ahead and I put this scoreboard down, realizing that I still had 4 more strips to go ahead and score. So you guys are gonna see where I effed it up right there, boo-boos, because I thought I was done. And then right here I was struggling because I started doing them every 1/4 inch. Oh my lord, what is going on with him? So this is the part where I put it away, but do not put it away, little crafty monsters, because if you are doing 4 rosettes, you will need a total of 8 pieces of strips. So you will be doing 8 strips. I just messed up, and you know, I thought I was completely done. So right here I'm just folding them, and I start them down with Mountain Valley, if that makes any sense. So the first little tab you fold it down, and then you start kind of like doing it accordion style. So that's what we're doing it right here. So that's kind of pretty easy. We're just folding the score lines, if in case you guys have never made a rosette. But if you guys have made a rosette, then you guys already know what I'm talking about, boo-boos. So right here I'm just going to go ahead and score the other 4 sheets of strips that I completely forgot. I thought I was completely done, and it was a surprise to me that no, I was not. So we're just going to go ahead and do that. Now there's a lot of different DSP papers that you guys could use. I have like a few paper packs, but you know what I noticed when I went to Michael's the other day? That there is not very many paper packs. Like, nobody has that. And obviously Hobby Lobby already stopped carrying Halloween stuff. I've asked the employees there, and they're like, yeah, we know, but we're not sure if it's something that we're just not going to carry anymore, or they just haven't shipped us anything. But technically this year is the first year that Hobby Lobby does not sell Halloween stuff. I used to buy like cute little paper packs there, and I used to buy them from Michael's as well. But it seems like even, you know, Hobby Lobby stopped carrying Halloween stuff, but Michael's kind of like little by little, they're not really carrying a lot of like paper crafting supplies, which I was kind of disappointed. But anyway, lucky for me that I have a lot of Halloween DSP paper to last me a few more years. So I'm just hoping that by the time that I run out of my DSP paper packs, that, you know, they're going to come out with some more. So anyway, right here, I'm just going to go ahead and use some of my little clips to hold the ends together right here. And this will just help me so that I don't have to sit there and wait for that glue to dry. So you could go ahead and just grab some clips and just clip them onto your little tabs that you're gluing together. And if you guys can notice that I do glue two tabs together, I do not overlap them, because I feel that when you overlap them, that kind of makes them a little bit more bulkier. And when you actually form the rosette, you are able to see that bulk. So I feel that if you just do the two tabs face to face, then they basically, it doesn't feel so bulky. But you guys are more than welcome, I mean, to do them however it is that you guys, it's easier for you guys to do. This just seems to be my little technique right here. And those clips really do help. So if you guys don't have some of those clips, please grab some, because you will need some. This is that stamp set that we purchased at Z Michaels for 20% off. And this was about 2 days ago. So I want to say that was on Wednesday. I don't know if the sale's going to be over, but if I were you, little crafty monsters, I would speed my little butt over to Michael's and pick up these little stamp sets, because like I said, it just seems like they're not carrying as much papercraft Halloween stuff as they used to. And right here, I'm just using a momentum. It's like a dark blue. I don't remember what it's called. I think it's called dark dust or something like that. And so I'm also using this gray one from Momentum. Am I even saying that right? I completely forgot how. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and stamp these two little stamps, which I felt were the perfect size to go ahead and use for your embellishments. Or also you could use them for like tags. You guys are going to see that I am going to be using some of these for some Halloween tags that I am going to be making, because I do need to kind of stock up on a bunch of little Halloween stuff, so that I just have them offhand, so when I'm doing a project or whatever it is that I'm doing. So right here, I'm just going to go ahead and clean it up. I'm cleaning it up with a regular rag and some water. So I don't like to use anything else, because I just feel like that just messes up our little stamps. So right here, I'm going to just fussy cut these. I don't have a die. These new stamps that Michaels has does not have any coordinating dies to go with them, so I have to fussy cut them. I don't really have a problem with fussy cutting. If you guys have been following me for a while, you guys already probably guessed that part. But if you guys are the type of person that does not like to fussy cut, I would recommend that you kind of put this on your silhouette or your Cricut or whatever it is. I don't know if you could put it on the Cricut, because I feel like you have to print them and then it'll cut it. I think it just has to be with your silhouette. But if you guys do have one of those, this will be a lot easier. If you don't have one, like I don't have one, then you just will have to fussy cut these. If you have some really good scissors and you move the paper and not the scissors, you guys will notice that this fussy cutting is really no biggie. Like, you could be able to do a bunch of these in no time. Like, I like to stamp a lot of stuff, and then I sit down in front of the TV and I just go at it. I just cut and cut and cut. And it just makes it a lot easier, because then like that you have them offhand. And so right here, I'm just going to go ahead and take off the little clips from these little rosettes, because these are ready to be assembled. And I'm just going to go ahead and use this little 1-inch paper punch, the circle, because I'm going to go ahead and use that as a back base to hold the rosette together, even though we are going to be putting glue in the very center. Now, if you guys have seen me make rosettes, you guys will notice that I will put a big drip of glue in the very center of that mat. And then I just fold that rosette right on top of it. And then I squeeze the glue in between that little hole. And then I use the other side of my little mat and I just hold that down until that glue dries. Today we're using a low temp glue, which is well, I mean, it's not really a low temp glue. It's pretty a high temp glue, but it's not as hot as my cordless one that you guys have been seeing me use. So I figured that if I would use a lower temperature one, it won't take so long and I won't have to be standing there holding this down. So there I use that little base in the back. That's just to secure it. You guys really don't have to do that. I just like to be more safe than sorry, because I don't want these rosettes to fall apart. You guys will also notice that I am going to put a base in the very front of these as well. So it's going to be the same exact measurement of circle that we used for the back. It's the same thing. We're just going to use some in the front. And I'm not really too worried about it because we are going to be using a larger scalloped circle. We're going to be using a 2-inch for that. And it's going to basically hide that little base. You guys will notice. So right here, I'm just cutting out the rest of those little bases for the front of these rosettes. And then once these guys are completely done, then we're going to be able to do the fun part, which is decorating. And this is the part where you're basically, excuse me, where you're looking, where you're waiting for these to, dry and for the glue to harden and stuff. You guys could be pulling out whatever it is that you guys want to be using to decorate. You guys can't really tell, but to the right side of me on my desk, I have a bunch of stuff laying out. And even to the left side of me, on both sides of the desk, I have a bunch of Halloween stuff. I have old stuff that I've had for like 2 or 3 years. And I also have stuff that I just purchased the other day. But it just seems like if you go to the Dollar Tree or whatever, it's basically almost the same thing that they've been carrying for the past 3 years. You're just replenishing your inventory, as I like to say. So right here we're working on the last one, and then once I do these, then like I said, I'm going to put the bases on the front of these. And this is just optional, guys. You guys do not have to do this, but I like my rosettes to be completely sturdy and completely like formed, and not have to worry that it's going to fall apart, especially that if you're making these to give to somebody or to even put on a gift. You definitely want them to be a better quality, and I feel like doing these little single steps makes it into a better quality. But if you guys are just going to make them just to have them in your stash and really never use them, because I know I have some stuff that I just don't want to get rid of because I thought, oh, I made this so cute. Nobody deserves this cuteness. And so I'm hoarding it. Don't worry, little crafty monsters. I don't have a lot of stuff, but there are a few items that I have made where I just can't part from. But anyway, so this is where I'm putting the front of the little base on here. And then after we get this done, we're going to go ahead and I feel like I want to ink those little sentiments that we're going to put in the front. And those are going to basically be like the focus point of our whole entire rosette. I mean, the whole thing is a focus point, but I feel like the little sentiments, that little stamp set, that's going to be like the main stuff. Right here, I'm just going to go ahead and ink the edges, and I'm just using this. I don't know, it's just a violet one. I just feel that kind of is like a little Halloween color, so that's why I'm using that one. And then for the dark blue stamp, I'm going to go ahead and just use the black soot because, I didn't want to put the same color on it. I just want it, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to do like an opposite color so that it basically stands out. And I feel that this basically did the trick. You know me, I'm always inking everything anyway, so I mean, this was no big surprise, right, guys? You guys knew this part was coming, so. And so right here, I'm just gonna put some micro glaze onto these. I don't know if you guys have been following me or those that are new. I do like to put some of this micro glaze on a lot of the things that I do, especially if it's like I'm stamping a little character and then I go and I watercolor it, or with the markers and stuff. I like to do this because this basically makes it like waterproof, and it basically seals it. So you just add it onto your stuff and then you go ahead and wipe off the excess, and it leaves this film on there where, like I said, it makes it waterproof and it makes it smudge proof, for just in case anybody ever touches it or whatever. It's not going to really get dirty anymore because it has that protective film over it. And it's not oily. Once you wipe off the excess, it's not oily, but you could feel that it is a little bit more slick. Anyways, right here, I found these metallic papers at Michael's 2 days ago, and I was excited because Michael's has only really, they've only had like regular cardstock. Then all of a sudden they came out with the gold. Then they came out with the silver, and then they came out with the red and the green. And I was like, okay, they're coming out with more colors. They're coming out with more colors. And finally, they came out with all the colors, boo boo. And I was like super excited because for a while, I think it was like 2 years, they only had the gold, silver, green, and red. And this year, well, I mean, I don't know if they've had it for a while. I just haven't noticed it. But I just noticed it the other day that they had like the primary colors and they even had some like pastel colors. And I was pretty excited. Anyway, so we cut out on those metallic papers because I was rambling right here. We cut those out with a 2-inch scallop, and I'm just gonna put some double-sided tape in the back of these, and I'm gonna go ahead and just put my little eyelash. Now you guys already know that I'm gonna do the eyelash. Now there's two things. No, there's actually several things, but there's two main things that you guys will honestly see that I do a lot in my crafts is that I make things look vintage and old, and I ink the edges of everything. And I like to add the eyelash yarn to everything as well. I just feel like it just gives it that little extra accent. Like, I don't know. I mean, this is optional. You guys don't have to do this. But, you know, you could add some ruffles, you could add some ribbon, you could add any other kind of stuff. But I just, I like the eyelash yarn. And then not only that, but like it's just all these different medias that you're using. I mean, you're using the yarn, you're using the metallic paper, the regular cardstock, you're using the stamps, and even the micro glazes is considered a different media as well. Not only to mention that we are going to be using some 3D items, so I am going to add like a little tarantula or a little spider on there, whatever you want to call it. And I am going to be adding a few other mixed medias. I'm gonna do like this net. You guys will see. So I'm not gonna like go into details yet because we're not at that step yet. But anyway, so this one is gonna be the last one that I put the little eyelash yarn. And if you guys notice that when I was adding that tape, I kind of like folded forward and then I folded back. I mean, it's hard to explain, but the reason why I'm doing that is because then that's the only way that I could make it, go into a circular motion because the tape is just completely straight. So sometimes that's hard. And so this is that little mixed media that I'm also going to use. I found this at the hardware store, guys. But I've also seen it at, I want to say, the 99-cent store. They have it in the hardware section. And so apparently, my best friend's husband told me that this is a mesh tape, and it's used for drywall. Well, when Jesse saw this tape, basically all I thought about was like, oh my God, I could use this as a different media, like with my embellishments or like cards or like something. I said I could even probably like ink this a color. I was like, or I could even like paper punch it into a shape or something like that. Like all these things just started coming to my head. And usually, guys, that's usually what happens is I see something and then I start thinking about all these different ways that I can use it. And so right here, I figured, hey, I could use these for my embellishments and also for my tags. So you guys will definitely see me using these for my tags pretty soon once we do the tags. Um, but yeah, so I was like laughing because, well, me and my bestie were laughing because I was telling her, I'm like, Yara, I'm like, you know what? I go, you know how my brain works. I go, I saw it and all kinds of things started coming to me. And she was like, oh my God, I'm so glad that my little crafty friend is back. She goes, I love when you start getting all crafty, Cecil, because you come up with some good stuff. So anyway, right here, these are the little 3D items that we are going to be using to add on to our little um, rosettes. And when I add these kind of items, because that spider's rubber, I like to add them with the E6000 glue, just so that I know that that's going to be secure and it's not really going to go anywhere. Because if you use any other glue, I'm pretty sure that it's going to come off. And so that's why I like to use the E6000, especially with those little the little table scatters, the little confettis, because those are like a mylar kind of material. I want to say they're not plastic, so I guess they are like a hard mylar. A lot of glues, because that's a slick surface, it's not really going to hold it. It's not going to stick onto everything properly. So this is the way that I like to stick things like that onto items, is I use the E6000. This is going to be the last item that we're going to add on to our little rosette, guys. I feel like the rosettes came out pretty cute and there was enough items on there to call it a night. So we're just adding this little boo right in front of that mesh tape that we used from the hardware store, because we're drywall people, guys. And so I'm gonna go ahead and add that is the last one. And honestly, to tell you the truth, guys, I don't really think that we could add any more stuff. I mean, I'm pretty sure that a lot of you guys are probably thinking of other things that you guys could add on to these rosettes. Me, on the other hand, you know, I'm pretty less is more, and that's the way I always think about it. So there you go, guys. Here it is. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Welcome back, my little crafty monsters. That's how easy it was to make those little rosette embellishments. You guys know that I love Halloween. Halloween is one of my favorite holidays, and I hope that inspires you guys to make some of these. I mean, I know that we all could use some embellishments. If you guys are going to give like a birthday gift or something like that, I love to put an embellishment on the actual birthday box, like the gift. And it just brings out like a cute little accent, and it's just, you know, people know that you make them, so it just is a little bit more special. Now, if you guys are wondering how it is that I am keeping my cat quiet, it is because he is in my lap right now. This is Monkey. Say hi to Monkey. Monkey, this is my monkey. So, that's why he's super quiet, because I have him in my arms. If I didn't have him in my arms, he'd be out here meowing and meowing and meowing and just having a whole entire conversation with himself, because like I've told you guys, he loves to hear his own voice. But anyway, I hope that inspires you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it for you guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Go ahead and hit that little icon. It's a picture of moi, and we become BFFFs, boo-boos, because I know you want to be my BFF. And also, give us a like on this video. Give us that little thumbs up. Oh, I think I have cat hair on my face. Because that will help our channel grow, and we definitely need to grow. Also, don't forget to tell your friends, guys. Don't be stingy. You need to tell your friends. Tell your friends how incredibly awesome these videos are, and share the video with all of your peeps. Just let them know. Let them know. Paper Masterpiece is back, boo-boo. And that's it for now, my little crafty monsters. Until next time.